The following podcast has been brought to you by Banter Club. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Ramblemania show proud to bring to you. It is I, one half of the longest reigning tag team champions of the world, the Angel of Death 6XL. Joining me as always,
I am your former
damn
10-time Ramblemania champion of this, that, those, all the other words.
Bullet Club Day, son. Damn.
That damn Katie Kaboom. She took me out on Bullet Club Day yet again. I had to go up in there against John Cena with Axiom.
Why the fuck did you choose Axiom?
It was random.
That's why I tell y'all motherfuckers, I don't do random, I strategize. Fuck that.
Hey, listen, you go with the random, you live and die by it. It's fine.
That's
Axiom
not my
was
deal,
fighting.
bro.
My boy was fighting. My boy was in there fighting.
Fucking Veer's coming again.
He's coming. Oh my God.
He's coming again.
That's important news. That's real. That's real shit right there. Veer is coming again.
Once
wasn't enough. This man
he was
back.
coming. And then he never came. He ended up on NXT. And then now he's coming again.
He's coming back.
What bugs me is that he's coming. Back to NXT.
Watch they do it again.
Bruh, I'll be so tight.
Dark and Dark Elevation are both done. They worked on their deal with WB. And as a part of that, with the new Collision show coming, there's an exclusivity clause in there, meaning that all AEW content or most in-ring AEW content has to be on Warner Network. So obviously Dark and Dark Elevation are YouTube shows. Those are done. If they're going to be brought back, they will probably be brought back as HBO Max exclusives.
Yes.
I think that is the best move for AEW in terms of their content distribution and where they are right now, joining up with HBO Max.
I'm over here just thinking of having to pay for another streaming service.
That's the issue. If you're not already paying for HBO Max and you want to watch wrestling and it goes there, then oof. But I mean, if you are, HBO Max is honestly one of the better streaming services in terms of the content they got. They got a lot of good shit. So
they're expensive.
they are fairly expensive, but lots of good content. So I mean, it depends on how you want to weigh what it's worth to you. Ring of Honor, they're doing their tapings, and it looks like they're going to continue doing those.
CM Punk is going to be on Collision.
CM Punk going to be on Collision. It looks like they're going to continue to air those or tape those Ring of Honor shows either before or after Dynamite. Which hopefully, with the way that they're reshuffling, they can end that soon. And you know,
since they don't have what do you call it? The dark shows.
Yeah, they
can just do those where they would do dark in that one spot that they had that was kind of cool.
Yeah. And I think that'd be better for, those shows. I think it'd be better for the crowds that go to those shows. A little less time sitting there. Now let's talk ratings for Dynamite. Down. Lowest of the year, in fact. Lowest of 2023. 776,000 viewers, down 10% from last week. The lowest since October 18th, which was a Saturday show. So again,
So what in the sports and Vanderpump Rules is going on?
Basically that. They were 8th on the charts with same demo rating as last week, 2.8.
So it's the same. Wow.
Yeah. So the demo is the same. Just overall viewers went down. Again, basically like we said last week and like the week before that, all the things that were above it are basketball, hockey, and Vanderpump Rules.
See, basketball, yeah. Hockey, hell yeah. They fighting that bitch.
Yeah, they be fighting.
Vanderpump Rules.
I mean, do they be fighting on that?
They do, but it's not.
Yeah, so.
It's look who's fighting.
Rich white ladies. Some people like that.
and dudes. There's
dudes. Rich white people. So some people like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, a mildly concerning number for sure. In terms of the overall number, definitely lower than you would like. Which and I think given that they spent the last 2 weeks like really plugging the Four Pillars thing, like that was the big match going into this week, the Four Pillars tag, and the fact that it was down after that doesn't bode well for everything going on there, especially with MJF, who usually does well in the ratings.
Yeah, so. and I mean, to be honest, he did well on the show.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
we're gonna talk about it, but yeah.
Listen, the chemistry there was the chemistry was all there.
I guess we'll have to see next week how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, I think it's time to get to the Dynamite.
Are you ready?
I believe I am.
No! Ready. I said, are you ready?
I am ready.
Then, for the thousands in attendance. And the millions watching at home.
Yeah.
And for one gothic-ass baby belonging to one Matthew Hardy.
Yes.
Oh, let's get ready to banter.
AEW Dynamite from Baltimore, Maryland, home of The Wire. One of the greatest shows of all time. We open up with wrestling. The Jazz taking on Orange Cassidy, Bandido, Adam Cole, and the debuting Roderick Strong.
And y'all wasn't trying to see this over Vanderpump Rules? Y'all bugging.
Yeah. Roddy Strong. I ain't taking Vanderpump Rules over that.
Fucking Roddy Strong, Bandido in sunglasses.
Facts. Bandido came out here in the shades.
He was all about that whole Orange Cassidy life, man.
Yeah. So, like, have I mentioned that Roderick Strong is here in that fucking Rules? One of the best there is in the ring.
I like the entrances.
Yeah. They do End of Heartache and then go into Cole's theme. Then we got the Jazz, who all come out to Garcia's theme, which is Discount Pop Smoke.
It's so off, bro. It don't fit at all, bro.
You got Jake Hager at 2.0 out here going crazy to
Jake
some
Hager,
drill.
kinda. Jake Hager, you feel me? Jake Hager, I kind of see it. You feel me?
It's a crazy situation.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jericho comes out to join commentary, of course, wearing the Britt Baker shirt to get some heat.
Of course.
I'm sure some smooth-brained incel out there is furiously typing up an essay on why this is domestic abuse.
This is domestic abuse. And Chris Jericho's a piece of shit. Me.
It was so silly. I didn't even know that was a thing until Britt herself was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I was like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, this is this is something that happened during wrestling. Man. What the fuck?
Yeah, and then she had to say, if I was a man with a black eye, would this be such a big deal?
Yeah, and then they showed her with what do you call it, with the crimson face shirt.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. That's not even the first shirt that has Britt Baker's fucked up face on it. That's her thing. She sells shirts with her facial injuries on them.
Yep. But I think the thing is that, like, you don't wear that outside of it's the same way you don't wear a Scissor Me Daddy ass shirt walking around.
Well, yeah, sure, of course. You wouldn't wear this outside of a wrestling show, but that also can be said of most wrestling shirts, to be honest.
Not this one.
Not that one, but most of that guy has snakes for hands. That's cool. We go into this match. We got a big hockey fight between all 8 men after Roddy and Garcia start.
Big brawl.
Young man getting to work. We got Hager and OC left alone in the room. Orange hits a tornado DDT, sends Hager outside for a tope, but Hager catches him and drives him into the post, only to get hit with a tope from Bandido.
Yes.
So then Cole is one-track minded, and as soon as he looks up and sees Jericho's at that table, he's like, I'm going to fuck you up.
The whole time he's just thinking about fighting that man.
Yeah, but 2.0 cuts him off as he walks up the ramp the first time, and they take him back to the ring. So we go back in. Bandido goes for the delayed vertical suplex, but 2.0 cuts him off, and they try to double suplex him, but he reverses and double suplexes them, and then tags in Orange as we go to the PIP.
Beautiful.
We come back. Orange is getting worked over. He hits the stun dog on Daddy Magic, makes the hot tag to Roddy, who does what Roddy do. He start breaking backs.
It's time.
The Messiah.
It is time.
Orange comes in.
Why you think Adam Cole wasn't shook to go fuck up Chris Jericho? He's like, well, I'm going to go handle this dumbass because I know Roderick Strong will break everyone's back in this ring.
Yeah, Roddy is here. We good.
Jericho's talking shit, talking about that fucking Orange Cassidy looks like a mini Jake Hager.
Yeah, he said that when Hager had him down in the ring. He was like, he's like a mini Jake Hager in there. Like, what?
I mean, and if you look at it from far, like, just look at their upper body and their head, it's like, wait a minute, they got the same haircut, the same facial hair. What the fuck? It's like, if fucking Jake Hager decided to wear jeans that week, we'd all be like, wait a minute.
Maybe you just gave TK a tag team idea.
Oh, God.
So Garcia
kinda
puts
like
Orange.
Rick, I was going to say, kind of like, who is it? Rick Boogs and Sandow.
Oh, yeah.
They look like cousins and shit.
Yeah, distant cousins.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So Garcia puts Orange in the Dragon Tamer, then it breaks down.
Did I say Sandow?
Oh, yeah. Who did you mean? No,
I meant Elias.
Yeah, Elias.
What's wrong with me?
But they look alike too.
Them too.
They look alike too. So that's why I didn't even budge on that. 'Cause I was like, yeah, whatever.
throw Seth's name in there too.
Right?
The Seth just looked like a small version of the three of them.
About to put all those dudes uptown. Fucking light-skinned, long-haired, big bearded dudes.
They'd fit in the Heights.
Yeah. Facts.
Oh, God.
Give them all a hookah. Put all four of them around a hookah.
The only one that could actually, I feel like, make it in the Heights would be fucking Seth. Everybody else is fucked. if you peep his attitude, his vibe, the fancy clothes, the music, he'd get along. Yeah.
He'd show up in one of those crazy outfits and he'd fit in, actually.
Yep. He'd hang out with a club promoter or two and they'd be like,
yeah. The club promoters would be all like, hey, you one of us?
Yeah, like, where you work? What block? What bar you at? You on Dykeman?
Seth would be taking a Dykeman immediately.
Hell yeah.
But we come back. Orange and Bandido hit big dives. Mm-hmm. Roddy kills Cool Hand Ange with a big knee. Cole lowers the boom on this man, pins him for the 1, 2, and 3. And this man don't even stop to celebrate. He immediately leaves the ring and starts walking up the ramp.
Beelines. Yeah. I'm gonna whoop your ass, son. And then Jericho's still talking shit. Jericho, look at this Adam Cole. Blah, 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 blah. Adam Cole, blah, 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 blah. Blah.
This is Jericho's fault. He's staring at the monitor the whole time.
Yeah.
You see this man coming for you. And he had to get all his shit off. This man, Adam Cole. And then, Cole rushed him. Security breaks it up, takes Cole away. And that's where we leave it. The set is all fucked up.
He ain't know how close he was.
Objects are closer than they appear.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And he was like, look at this idiot. Look, he's still running up the ramp. I'm going to get out of here in like 3, 2. Oh, wait a minute. There's a delay.
Now we got Renee Paquette with Darby Allin and Jungle Jack ahead of the tag team main event tonight. Jungle Boy says, me and Darby, we may not like each other, but we do have some things in common. You and I have been here since day one. We've never main evented a pay-per-view. We've never held that gold, but all that's going to change starting tonight. Darby says we're going to win tonight, and then at Double or Nothing, one of us is going to become the world champion. Because tonight is showtime.
He said that Showtime like he was hanging out with Sting a little too much the day before.
He definitely was.
Showtime.
It's showtime.
Opened his eyes and everything. I'm like, oh, you awake today?
Yeah. He woke up. Sting told him, when it's showtime, you got to wake up. Now we head over to the parking lot, the entrance, where Cole is being removed from the building still by security. Jericho runs up like, yeah, you get him out of here. Get this guy out of here. And then Britt runs up and she's like, huh, Jericho? What now? What are you going to do now, huh? And she slaps this man.
She calls him Bitch Jericho.
Yeah, she ripped his shirt. She called him Bitch Jericho. And then security came and got her.
He's He's a menace. He's a danger. Oh, you don't have your friends now, huh, bitch Jericho? Come here, bitch Jericho. Slap. What the fuck you gonna do, bitch? Like,
yeah, she's in his face like, what are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do?
She was about it, bro. I'm like, God damn, I need to be a Brit Baker.
Once again, I say, Adam Cole and Britt Baker, glowing exception to the rule of pro wrestling couples not working on screen. They are great together.
Yep, but it's because they both characters, bro. Both of them.
Now we got the BCC.
Yes.
They're chilling on the steps. Dragon says, there's a legend that used to say he was the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And I always thought, what an arrogant statement, that nobody will ever be better than you. Because me, I'm better than that legend ever was. I'm the best wrestler in the world today. And if I'm not, it's one of these men. But I understand that one day someone will come along and be better than me. I hope Willie Yuta, this little shithead
this
right
little
here.
shit.
I hope he's a better wrestler than I ever was.
Yes.
And that's the difference between us and the elites.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make everyone better. We want to make this industry the best it can be. Then Mox steps up. He says, the elite, they should be thanking us because iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
When you guys were at the forefront of pro wrestling, you were the best, but things have changed since then. He says, Kenny Omega, you and I faced off plenty of times, 2019, 2020, but now 2023, this version of Mox, it's a new version, it's different, and I can't wait to show you all the things I've got ready for you when we get inside that cage. We are going to leave one hell of a mark.
All right, so I'm going to tell you why this is bad. Stop making me like y'all. Y'all supposed to be heels.
They are spitting fire.
Yeah, every time they say something, I'm like, bars.
Listen, when Dragon did that whole bit shit on Bret Hart's promo, I was like, facts.
Yeah. Everything that he was saying, like everything he said and everything Mox said, where they're in this business to make everything and everyone better. You feel me? To elevate everyone. And I'm over here like, what the fuck you supposed to be doing?
Right? No lies told. No lies told. They're here to make shit better. And yes, Bryan Danielson is better than Bret Hart.
And I'm over here like, damn. But you know what that means though, right? I like these motherfuckers and their heels. Stop.
Well, they killed Takeshita. They murdered Takeshita.
That was last week though.
But it's still fucked up. We love Takeshita.
We do. But they spitting.
They spitting that heat, but then they getting in the ring and they doing fucked up shit like killing Takeshita.
But bet money Takeshita comes back stronger, which would make them right again.
It's a tough situation. But
they know what they doing and they doing it right. So it's like, shut up. Especially this Mox's promo and saying that Kenny Omega is gonna come see, because there's a whole other side of Mox that Kenny Omega ain't seen yet, and he's bringing this whole new game plan in, and I'm like, damn, nigga, you spitting.
Spit heat. So yeah, man, listen, this shit is great. BCC rules, Dragon rules, and he's right. He's better than Bret. And before you think I'm picking sides, he's better than Shawn too. We got Saraya versus Willow Nightingale. Willow starts hot, big drop kick, but as the story of the match quickly becomes and it progresses, this is a 3-on-1. There are 3 outcasts and there is one Willow. One will distract the ref while the other 2 jump the poor girl. But she's able to make a comeback, gets a spine buster for a near fall out of the picture-in-picture. Mm-hmm. Saraya comes back, hits the nightcap for a near fall, and Saraya, NXT OG, does the NXT face.
You know what bugged me about that though? Fuck you doing the NXT face if Willow's been spanking you all fucking pip, bro.
True. But I guess that was one of her signature moves, like Tony says. So, you kick out of my move.
Nah, she been smoking you the whole fucking match. Fuck if you hit one big move. She hit like 20 regular moves.
Yeah. And then she goes right back to hit moves. Willow grabs her, hits the DVD, and Tony immediately jumps in like, oh no. She distracts the ref, and then Ruby comes in, but Willow's ready for her, and she pounces her into the damn ropes. Ruby bumped off the ropes. That should look crazy. Yeah.
My son, Monty Brown, would be very, very happy about that.
Yes, top tier pounce.
Mm-hmm.
But all this distraction is more than enough for Saraya. She hits the good night, and she pins Willow for the 1, 2, and 3. Now post-match, the Outcasts are jumping Willow, but Hikaru Shida runs down, kendo stick in hand. She's back. She's been gone for months, but she's back. So she looks to fend the girls off, but then she approaches them. And then she drops the stick and she hugs them.
Hey, swerve.
It was a swerve.
Swerve.
Shida joining the Outcasts? So Saraya hands her the spray can.
Yeah, and she's like, all right, let's do this. And they set them up. You got the 3 girls holding up Willow. And she fucking takes off her jacket. It's part of the gang. Everything is looking beautiful. Wait a minute. Who's that in that black hoodie?
Yeah.
And who's that in that black hoodie?
2 black hoodies.
Oh, my God.
Britt Baker and JB Hayter pop up behind the Outcast, take them out, and then Sheeta sprays Saraya in the face.
Yep.
And it was a swerve.
It was a swerve of a swerve. Where the fuck, Vince?
Taz goes, she worked him. It was a work, bro.
Yeah. And I'm over here like, Vince fucking Russo. Fucking Vic fucking Venom. Where the fuck you at?
This was the good Russo, though. I like this a lot.
Yeah, this was good Russo.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, nigga, where?
Because they had me. I was like, oh, word,
Yeah.
Sheeta's going to join them? But then,
and I was like, damn, it makes sense, though, because the whole situation with Saraya before and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We should have seen it coming. We should have. Bullshit.
It was a swerve. Sheeta's an OG. She's an AEW OG.
Yep, she got popping here, so she know where her bread is buttered.
True. This Sheeta's return and looking like a badass immediately. This must be Will Washington's influence. Mm-hmm. He's a big Sheeta guy.
There you go.
Now we got the House of Black.
Yes.
They throw their trios titles on the ground and they're like, these titles are tainted. They're still mad. They're the champions now.
I'm over here thinking like, are y'all gonna like make all black versions of all the belts?
Yeah. Or is it going to be a spooky goth version?
I'm down.
So then they say, what we're going to do is we're going to fix this. We are handing out open challenges, but we're giving out our own open challenge for the title, which means there's going to be a caveat to it. 20-second countouts, no rope escapes, and DQs are dealer's choice, says Julia, because it's fair and balance is all we have. Interesting, I thought, set of stipulations for what they're doing, especially given it's an open challenge. I like the whole setup of it, with Julia at the end just saying, welcome to the open house and shit like that. So I like the presentation of the House of Black is coming together. Julia is definitely like the biggest beneficiary.
She's getting spooky, scary.
Julia has come along great in the House of Black.
Like it's getting to the point where like if I see Julia Hart in like the middle of the woods, I'm running.
Oh, nah. The Tres de Mayo Trios Battle Royal.
Yeah, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what you wanted to call it.
I found it funny the commentators were all going, yeah, Tres de Mayo, you celebrate that, right, Taz? And Taz go, yeah, every year. I celebrate that.
And what bugs me is, when is Rampage?
Rampage is Cinco de Mayo.
You should have done this on Rampage. But I understand, because then you would have only had 2 matches on Rampage.
Also funny, the commentators, they talk about May 4th, because it's like, yeah, May 4th is coming up too, and you know what that is. And Tony goes, yeah, May the 4th be with you. And then Taz and Excalibur are like, no, man, it's Hook's birthday.
Is it really?
It is, actually.
Oh, shit. Word, mate. All right, Hook. That's a cool birthday.
Yeah, cool birthday. Shout out. Happy birthday, Hook.
Yeah. Yo, so can we get... Yo, this match is crazy. Well, first of all, the first team that comes out, Lucha Bros and Vikingo.
Yeah, I was
holy
like, excuse me?
Holy shit. I was like, if this ain't the most unfair team in this entire tournament.
And until the last team came out, I was like, these have got to be the guys, right?
Yeah.
Then the last team came out and I was like, oh, okay.
You want to talk about the rap?
Yes, the Acclaimed are the team I'm talking about.
Yes.
And Max, I thought Max was very good. He even brought back the line he used against Dark Order a year ago about them not having any black friends.
And you still don't have a black friend.
I was like, oh, that's a throwback. All right, he's spitting.
I got that one. I was like, oh, shit.
Max out here doing throwback lines now. Yeah. He building a catalog.
Facts. He's getting on that Nas wave where he samples himself.
Right? He sampled his own shit.
Yeah.
So, lots of cool teams in here, though. Varsity athletes. Powerhouse Hobbs and QTV. QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. Dark Order in here, of course. Butcher, Blade, and Trunks. And the Acclaimed. So, poor Arya Daivari, the richest man in AEW, eliminated first. Is he still the richest man in AEW? Or has someone surpassed him? I wonder.
Isn't MJF richer than him?
Yeah, because MJF got a lot of money. But I guess we'll see.
He just be out here throwing contracts, bro.
Yeah. MJF just be like, hey, you do this for me, I'll give you money. I'll hand you a blank check. He gave Sammy a blank check. Said, Sammy, you can write whatever number you want. And then he was going to pay him. So he was like, he said it was a lot, but he was going to pay him.
Don't give away too much. We talk about that later.
Yeah, true. We got Harley Cameron recording the whole match on her phone, BTE style. Then Alex Reynolds is tossed out by QT. But then the Lucha Bros throw out both QT and my homie Aaron Solo, which pisses off Hobbs. Hobbs is like, I'm going to kill y'all.
Yeah. And that...
They super kick up and he eats it like, nah, I'm going to kill y'all. QT and Solo, they grab the Lucha Bros' legs and Hobbs takes them out with the double clothesline over the top. So they're eliminated.
Before they got eliminated, there was something fun there that they had with, what's this guy's name? With not Max Caster.
Bowens?
Bowens, yes, Anthony Bowens. Where fucking Penta does the Cero Miedo.
Yeah. It's scissoring versus Cero Miedo.
And he scissored him. Yeah. Coining the phrase scissor miedo. So. Yeah. That was nice.
Yes, very nice.
Scissor miedo.
Scissor your fear. So Vikingo comes in, he tries to get revenge for his boys, but that don't work. Hobbs tosses him out of the ring, literally just throws him into his boys. Mm-hmm. Then the Acclaimed come in, they take him on, and they okie-doke him out of the ring, leaving Team Trunks, John Silver, and the Acclaimed as the remaining teams.
I feel like it's too purple to be Trunks. It's like if Trunks went rosé.
Yeah. It is more purple than Trunks is purple.
Yeah, like I said, it's like if Trunks went rosé.
Yeah. But I'm still calling him Trunks. Especially because, like I said last week, he got a baddie with him. Penelope Ford is his Mai. Butcher and Blade, they scissor center ring. They get the heat from the crowd.
Yeah.
Taz was like, I think they do it even better than the Acclaimed.
They did it pretty good. I'm not even going to hold you.
It was good.
They did the face and everything.
Yeah. Butcher out here. I'm like, oh.
I'm like, they mad character. I'm telling you, it's that gimmick I'm telling you that I told you about last week.
Yo, like we said last week, I got to do more with Butcher and the Blade. They be out here cooking.
They got fucking charisma, bro. I'm telling you.
They do. They triple team Billy to take him out, but Bowens comes in to save him. He throws Butcher out, and then Bowens gets tossed out, but he holds on to the top rope with his left hand, as Taz says. That's from all that scissoring. He's got a good grip, bro.
Yep. And then they were talking about how great Daddy Ash's grip was as well.
Yeah. The scissoring worked out here.
He pulled Bowens up like he ain't weighing not even 5 pounds, bro. Just get your ass.
Come on. Then they hit Stereo Famousers, and out go Team Trunks. The Acclaimed get the W, likely to get a shot at those trios titles now, which is a good move.
See, I know you're saying that's the Stereo Famousers, but the truth is, Anthony Bowens did not do a Famouser. He didn't. He did the zigzag. Not the zigzag. Is it zigzag? No, the something rider.
Oh, the radio silence.
There you go. That shit.
It was the Rough Rider in WWE.
There you go. The Rough Rider.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Elsewhere, it's radio silence.
It was OD over the guy, and then he gripped his legs.
Yeah. Which is that move, yes.
Yeah. So shout out to Matt Cardona.
Yes, shout out to Matt Cardona, the deathmatch king. Now we got Renee with Sammy, who is again interrupted by MJF, but this time Sammy's not having it. So like we talked about, is Sammy gonna watch the show? He did. He watched the show last week, so he knows nobody was in that car.
But you know MJF. The biggest full of shit motherfucker on God's green
This man came up with the most insane story. This man said, "You see, Sammy, I have chronic back pain from carrying this company. And I knew that if I didn't lay down in the backseat of that car, it would have been a bad situation for me. So, I didn't want you to think I was a wimp, Sammy. We wouldn't be friends anymore. But, you're right. I'm a bad friend, and I'm sorry." And
I didn't want you to see me crying, blah, blah, call me a crybaby, blah, blah. Yeah. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. Come on.
So then Sammy grabs him like, "Max, it's okay." He kisses him on the forehead.
Yeah.
And he says, "It's all right. I forgive you."
Did you see the shoot of that where it looks like they're kissing each other?
Yeah, they shopped it to where Sammy got a long neck now.
And they're just on each other's lips.
So then MJF is like, I'm just so emotionally drained right now. Can you cut this promo? And Sammy starts to cut the promo. And then MJF jumps in. He's like, "Yeah." And then my friend Sammy, he's going to lay down like a best friend. And then Sammy turns around like, "What were you going to say?"
We're not.
And then MJF is like, "Well, I said that I got our theme songs mashed up." And then Sammy's like, "Oh, word, you got our theme songs mashed up?"
Yeah. Piece of shit.
And, they're going to shake hands on it. But then MJF, friends don't shake hands. Friends hug. And they come together and they hug. And so over the past few weeks, we know I've not been too hot on this pillar stuff. But I think the MJF Sammy pairing has been tremendous.
That chemistry, bro. Together. That chemistry slaps, bro. I'm telling you.
They have terrific chemistry together. Mm-hmm. They've been great.
I was like, wow, these motherfuckers is hilarious. Yeah. But the only problem is then you see the shortcomings in Darby Allin and Jack Perry. They're not big promo guys, and these two guys are. So it's like, it makes half of your pillar section look weak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have them see, and there's not enough chemistry there. I don't know.
Now we got Kenny Omega in the back with Don Callis, ready to cut a promo about his cage match with Mox. Don Callis immediately cuts him off, and this man cooks. This man, Don Callis. This man was like, "Every day I look in the mirror at what you've done to me, Moxley, and you may have the heaviest hands in pro wrestling, but they can't compare to this mind, to this man's talent." Kenny says, John
You saw the look on Kenny's face, by the way, when he said that?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, when did this become about you?
Yeah, Kenny Omega, very muted in this, and it's pretty clear it's because he's looking at Don like, "What you up to, bro?" Yeah. He knows that Don is up to some fuckery.
He's seeing what we seeing now. Yeah. There's some bullshit afoot.
Because Kenny was about to cook, and then Don came in, and Kenny just looked at him like, So definitely some cooking there.
Yep, but Kenny continues his part of the promo.
You think that, just because you say you've got some new strategy, some new tricks, that you can compete with me in the ring, we both know that's not true. And come Detroit, this is all going to end, and you're not going to be the one left standing. So there we go. That's where we leave it.
I hope Mox hits him with a Death Rider 1, 2, 3. My WWE chaotic mind is starting to come over here.
No, leave it over there.
The chaos is brewing within me. Like, I hope Moxley fucks you up.
Another interesting part of this, when Kenny mentioned, we're not going to forget all the things you did. You did to the Bucks. You did to me. You did to Don. You did to Takeshita. There was somebody he neglected to mention.
Hangman Adam Page.
Yes. They hurt him too. All right? They beat him up too.
And he left his squad to come help you. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you full of shit here, Kenny.
It's that interesting part of the dynamic with Hangman and Takeshita and Don. There's so much that house has to sort out before it seems like they're ready to really take on the BCC. We got Wardlow versus a jobber.
This is what,
bro.
You know what the fuck was gonna happen here?
Yeah, man. I like Wardlow.
Symphony,
I like Arn.
1, 2, 3.
Can we do something else? We know what's going on here.
Well, now let's talk about what happened after he destroyed this poor jobber.
Yes. Wardlow grabs the mic. He says, I ain't done yet because I see that there's somebody back there that wants to jump the line. So, Christian, you bring your monster out. I'm laying out an open challenge right now.
Bro, all I have to say is, you told me so. That's all I have to say is you told me so.
That's a fact. The god Christian Cage comes out. This man immediately shits on Baltimore. I'm so big. This man Christian grabbed the mic and said, Baltimore is ignorant and you should all listen to what I have to say. Boo!
Boo! See, but he's a great heel for that.
He's such a good heel. He's the best. He tells Wardlow, I could easily have my right hand of destruction, Luchasaurus, come down there and take that title from you right now. But I'm not going to do that, especially not here in Baltimore, because the title shot is not for Luchasaurus. The title shot is for me.
Whoa.
As I suspected from jump. Christian Cage is the man challenging for that title.
By the way, Arn Anderson footwear watch. He's wearing the shell-toed Adidas this time.
Yes.
Pretty nice, pretty nice.
Shout out to shell toes. My first ever pair of Adidas I had were shell toe Adidas. The vision is clear, man. The only man who can save the TNT title is Christian Cage. Get it done, Tony. Get it done. Now, this segment. Jay Lethal and the boys pull up to the Briscoes farm. They're like, hey, man, Mark, after everything that went down last week, we wanted to pull up and show you personally that we apologize. And we wanted to work with you on the farm. And Mark's like, y'all want to work on the farm? Well, let's get to work then.
Then they got to work, legit.
These men, Sonjay, Dutt, and Satnam Singh, wearing overalls. Satnam is playing with the baby the whole time.
That's all he doing.
Satnam and the baby killed me.
The biggest motherfucker in the whole squad. You be thinking he doing the heavy lifting. Nope, that was Jeff Jarrett.
Right? Jeff Jarrett and then Sonjay and Lethal are out here working. They doing shit with the farm. Yeah. They ride the track. They doing all that.
Yeah.
Satnam's playing with the baby.
Here's the thing. Lethal makes sense. Lethal's been around. That's the homie.
Yeah.
Also, Jeff Jarrett makes sense because, he's from Tennessee. He's a country boy.
You probably know a little something about that.
Yeah. So the two Tweedledee and Tweedle Dumbass are just running around being weirdos in fucking overalls.
Right. And then Papa Briscoe pulls up and everything stops. Like, oh shit, it's Papa Briscoe.
Yep. Chicken.
Yeah, chicken. Let me talk to you. And he talks to him. He's like, now I know you known Jay Lethal a long time. And he's okay. But you got to watch the rest of them fools over there, especially the idiot in the overalls. And Mark looks over.
He said coveralls. He said
in the coveralls. He's like, you got to watch the idiot in the coveralls. Yeah, he country. You got to watch the idiot in the coveralls over there. Mark is like, which one? And he's like, both of them.
Both of them.
This was straight up some TNA ass comedy, like funny as hell. If Jeremy Borash wasn't in WWE, I'd be sure he was behind this.
It was probably Jeff behind this.
Facts. Jeff probably had a hand in this for sure.
Well, I got some funny ideas.
This was hella funny.
Why don't we go to the Briscoe got a damn farm, right? I know how to fuck with a tractor. I'll get on the tractor, get some nice footage of me and my nice little uniform. Yeah. That'll look nice, right?
Yeah. So very, very funny segment. This shit was great. And then at the end, Lethal was like, hey, FTR, we're challenging FTR for the titles. And then he turns to Mark like, hey, you guys beat FTR before, didn't you? How about you give me some details on how you did that? And then Mark's like, that's what this is about?
Yeah, like, man, you could have just asked me.
Right?
Instead of fucking wasting my damn time. Right. Well, at least Jeff Jarrett sang for the kids.
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett was going to do his song before Papa Briscoe pulled up.
Yep.
But yeah, really funny segment. I enjoyed the hell out of
what got me too when Jeff Jarrett goes, you could take my rocker.
Yeah.
Man, damn well that's his rocker. That's the OG's rocker you over here sitting on to get the fuck.
Facts. That's why his ass got up. I like that that's the whole story. Like, Mark, the only reason Mark is even really giving him a chance is because Jay is his boy, and that's established.
I hope this ends up with Jay Lethal getting the fuck out of that squad.
It seems like it should, right? With Mark just being like, man, you got to get away from these fools. And Jay listens.
My daddy was right. They guys are fucking idiots.
You got to get away from them, man. We got Absolute Ricky Starks versus Rockhard Juice Robinson.
Oh, God, this goofball.
Six is arch nemesis.
And here's the thing, too. He's going up against somebody that I really, really like.
Yes.
So it's like, man, I hope Ricky Starks just Rochambeau your ass. 1, 2, 3. I told you, my chaotic mind is going crazy.
The chaos is taking over. You got to keep that shit over there.
Man, I hope this motherfucker over here just bam.
Jay White comes out with Juice. Jay White beating Ricky's ass, then stealing his drip is crazy.
Yeah.
This man came out looking like Ricky Starks.
Like his little cousin or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear white even though it's past Labor Day.
Yeah, type shit. Juice and Ricky brawl at ringside early. Juice takes control. Scoop slams him on the floor. Goes for it on the steps. But then Ricky reverses and then he takes Juice. He climbs the steps and then at the top of the steps, he scoop slams Juice to the floor. We go to Pip. And then we come back. Juice is giving this man hands, but Ricky dodges. Hits a big lariat. And Juice sets Ricky up top. Hits a big Rana off the top, then a lariat for a near fall. He goes for Juice's loose, but Ricky cuts it off, pops out of the way, gets off the ropes, hits a big spear, follows up with Rochambeau for the 1, 2, and 3. Solid match. Sir. Ricky gets the dub. Post-match, Jay White immediately runs in the ring, attacks Ricky.
I was gonna say before that. Yeah. I love how he knew. Jay White was up to no fucking good.
Yeah.
And Taz pointed it out. He said, I know Ricky Starks, and I know that look on his face. And he's looking at Jay White like, why are you leaving? Something ain't right.
Yeah.
He knew.
Sure enough, Jay White came right back. They tried to jump Ricky. Ricky fought back, got him up for the Rochambeau, but Juice pulls him away. Ricky stands tall while the Bullet Club Gold Boys back off.
Yep. On Bullet Club Day, goddamn.
On Bullet Club Day.
What's wrong with y'all?
Bullet Club took an L on Bullet Club Day. That's crazy.
Ugly, bro.
Nasty work.
And y'all supposed to be the gold version. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Let David Finley tell it. He gonna be like, they not Bullet Club. That's why they lost.
All these fucking Western factions. None of these motherfuckers is Bullet Club.
Yeah. Now we got a promo package for the Firm Deletion coming up on Rampage. And they highlight everything that went down in that feud. And then Excalibur runs down 400 things at once.
And you know what I was thinking about during the whole deletion gimmick?
What?
Man, if they bring back Willow, I'm going to laugh my ass off. And I ain't talking about Nightingale.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Lake of Reincarnation will be in play. And oh my God, I just realized the Lake of Reincarnation, if Big Bill goes in that shit.
And he pulls out motherfucking Enzo comes out.
My name. They fucking jump him before they cut the promo because they can't say the name.
Exactly. My name is And then after they knock him out, they go, and you can't teach that.
Oh my God. Yeah, see, that's why the Hardy matches are fun as hell. Yeah, this is gonna be fun on Rampage.
I hope Gangrel show up again.
Facts.
WWE ain't do it, we did it.
Facts. Since WWE didn't do it, AEW do it. We go to Jack and Darby in the back. They're prepping for the match. But after Darby walks out, MJF slips in and he's like, hey, listen, man. I love you like a brother, Jack. But bullshit. I just don't think you're world title material. You should take this deal with me just like Sammy took. You may not be championship material, but I'm offering you a spot beside the throne. That should be good enough. And Jack says, I don't want to be beside the throne. I want the crown. And at Double or Nothing, I'm taking it. And then Darby,
you know what I was thinking the whole time, by the way?
What?
I don't want to be next to the throne. At Double or Nothing, we want the gold, sucker.
We want the gold, sucker. So Darby comes in after that. MJF backs out. He's like, I don't want any trouble. And then Darby's like, what the hell was that? And because this is now a sitcom, Jungle Boy doesn't just say, he was trying to get me on his side. He just doesn't say anything. He's like, man, it was nothing. Now they're mad at each other again.
Yeah. Fucking Ross and Rachel over here.
Yeah. Could easily have just said, man, he was trying to get me on his bullshit. I'm not with it. He's trying to make me do the Sammy thing.
Pivot.
A million different things he could have said. But regardless. Wait, it looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. Pillars tag team match. Jungle Boy and Darby Allin versus MJF and Sammy Guevara.
Boy, that fucking mashup slapped.
Oh my God, the mashup was incredible douchery on their part.
Oh yeah, but it sounded great. It slapped, bro. I'm like,
it was good. It was good.
I didn't know these two songs even went together. They do.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
They're gonna have to use that in the future if they ever get back together.
Facts. But yeah, like, man, this MJF and Sammy duo, again, money. Too bad it's over tonight.
Yeah. Ah, damn.
But MJF and Sammy, they do a bunch of early cheating early in the match. But it backfires when Sammy tries to choke Darby with his scarf, and Darby reverses it, and he starts choking Sammy with his scarf. He goes for the tag, but MJF he cuts Jack off, takes him off the apron, cuts him off. We go to picture-in-picture. Then we come back. MJF and Sammy are doing the classic heel abdominal stretch where one guy does the abdominal stretch and reaches out for his partner and grabs his hand for more leverage. And then Bryce does the classic ref spot where he spots it and then walks over, is like, what the fuck? And he kicks the hand. MJF falls to the fucking floor from the apron.
You know what I call that, right?
What?
I call that the Earl Hebner.
Yeah. Earl Hebner did that a lot to Triple H.
Yep. All the time. Anytime he was trying to fuck on Stone Cold, he was like, excuse me? Or The Rock. Fucking excuse me.
That exact spot, too. Triple H he'd be holding the ropes usually if it was a singles match for leverage. And then Hebner would spot it and then hey, kick it.
Jericho, he did it too a few times too.
Mm-hmm. Classic spot. Yeah. Classic heel spot. I like that MJF does a lot of those classic heel spots in his matches. Jungle Boy goes up top. Sammy catches him, hits the avalanche Spanish fly for a near fall. Then MJF and Sammy flub the double team toss, and Darby comes in, runs wild. He goes for a code red on MJF, but MJF counters into a powerbomb for a near fall. That was actually cool as hell. Then Jungle Boy tags in, traps MJF in the snare trap, but Sammy saves him from it, and he gets MJF up, and he's like, all right, it's time to dive. So they clap, they head off the ropes, and MJF, he looks like he's going to dive with them, but he stops just short of the ropes as Sammy hits the dive.
You know, I knew he was going to do that.
I knew he was going to do it too.
Do you know why?
Why?
Man, when the fuck has MJF ever done a dive?
Yeah. You don't see MJF do spots like that.
I was like, excuse me, he ain't doing that.
And the funny shit is he can. Like if he really would have done it, he could have done it, but he doesn't.
Then Sammy's over here like, the fuck, bro? And I'm over here like, are you dumb or have you not been watching the same product I'm watching? Because I've never seen MJF do that shit.
Why did you think he was gonna dive?
Exactly. I'm like, you looking slow right now.
He covers Jungle Boy for a near fall. Sammy gets a senton, but MJF tags in. He gets the cover for a near fall. And then Sammy does the same, tags in and then tries to take the pin. So then they start arguing about who's going to pick up the win here. And then MJF eventually is just like, listen, I paid you the check. You do what I tell you, and that's it. And he slaps him, calls him an idiot, and turns around. Sammy has had enough. Mm-hmm. Turns MJF around, lays him out with a super kick. Partnership's over.
Yep. And it's like, this was the best part of this whole stupid shit.
It was.
It's the fact that Sammy Guevara and fucking MJF are great together.
Yep.
Damn it.
So now that's over. Jungle Boy cracks Sammy and covers, but Darby comes in and hits the coffin drop, and then Jungle Boy just gets out of the way by the end. Darby covers for the 1, 2, and 3.
3, yep.
But now Jungle Boy is left to wonder just who was Darby trying to hit with that coffin drop.
Yeah, because he's like, were you trying to hit me? He says it. He they verbalizes it.
Yeah.
He goes like, were you trying to hit me? You were gonna hit me? And he's like, hey man, whatever, man. You was in the way.
Yeah. Which
like, I got
that
the
part,
tag in. You got to get the fuck out the way.
I actually did like. After all these goof-ass finishes they've been doing in this feud, they finally did a good one. I like this one.
Yep. And then they look at each other and they're like, fucking asshole. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
And then, afterwards you see MJF walking up the ramp and just realizing what the fuck he just did.
Mm-hmm.
Dumbass.
Like, I think, like I said earlier, I've not been a big fan of this feud up to this point, but I do think this show did a lot and was a lot more focused in its presentation of the feud. Like, everything I liked about the feud before was put back into the forefront here. Like, all the interpersonal dynamics between the four is what I like. Like, in less of the needless swerving, in the lazy storytelling with the telling instead of showing. Like, I thought all this was really solid and where this feud needed to be. If it would have been more of this for like the past 2-3 weeks, I would have liked the feud a lot more. But
I also enjoyed the visual of they put the match card up and he looks up and he's like, fuck.
The visual storytelling, show, don't tell. Like, you have to say, oh my God, MJF has put himself into this situation. You see it. MJF looks up, sees it's a 4-way, and he's like, oh no.
Yep. And then the fucking commentators are like, he just realized what he just did.
Yeah. That's the type of storytelling I like.
Same thing what they did earlier with Ricky Starks, where they were like, I can tell something ain't right because look at Ricky's face.
Yeah, that focused storytelling. That's what I enjoyed about this. And that's the show.
Yeah. So y'all decide, you see y'all fucking up. Y'all decide not to watch on the day that the show is good.
After they heard, that's the thing. When you criticize AEW, you got to watch after because they're probably going to listen to you. They're probably going to listen and fix the problems you had.
Yep.
They usually do.
It bugs me with AEW because I feel like sometimes they be watching us.
Yeah. But that's what keeps me coming back, and that's why I generally like them. Because when I have those situations where it's like, I don't like how this is going, usually they'll do something and be like, oh, okay. they fix
but you see, I'd hate to tell you, but it is what it is. I fucking told you so. The whole time I'm like, let it cook. Let it cook. I know, but just let it cook. Yeah. And then look.
I wasn't liking the smell in the kitchen when they was cooking. But then, you finished the product and you put it out, and I took a taste, and I was like, oh. Like I said, another solid show I thought this was. Ironed out some of those kinks that the recent shows were having. And now that it seems like the pay-per-view card is more clear and set, it seems like the feuds are really starting to heat up.
Yep. For everybody talking shit about this whole feud with fucking Jay White ain't even the main character in this feud yet. He just got here. He's helping out his friend right now. Relax.
Yeah, they're clearly building something. They're clearly building something with this feud with Ricky.
They like I said before, they are cooking.
Yeah.
Let them cook. We got to do some more BCR. That's what that's telling me.
Yeah, it's time to get back on the horse.
Even the sign behind you.
Yep, which I did the whole time. I didn't realize till like 30 minutes in that it was this, and I was like, you know what? I'm not changing it. It's fine.
TJ is trying to tell you something.
Yeah, it's on the way. It's on the way.
We're just trying to get a weekend where there's not a fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah. Shit, that's you just need time to record it.
Yeah, like fucking tell Tony and the other con.
Yeah, tell the cons to chill.
Wait. Did you hear about them fucking cursing each other out? Or Tony Khan cursing them out?
Yeah, so there was this boxing reporter for ESPN that out of the blue just started talking about, yeah, it's weird, that Wembley is only set up for $40K for that AEW show that I heard about. It's weird because, when I was there for the Tyson Fury fight, they were filled up 90,000. And Tony Khan went on his tweet thread and was like, that's fucking bullshit, you fraud. Tell Nick Khan, fuck you.
Yeah, because apparently he, whatever he used to work for used to be for Nick Khan.
Yeah, Nick Khan used to be his agent, I think. So
yeah.
So yeah, Tony's not having it. Tony's not having it when, and truth be told, I completely get it because that's definite bullshit. They've at the time of this recording, they've already sold 50,000 tickets.
Exactly. So what are you talking about 40,000?
Yeah. They've already sold 10,000 more than that.
Your mark was 60. We're already at 50. And I said 70, and I feel like I'm a bit more realistic.
I think your mark is going to be right. I think they're going to do 70. Because they did 50 in 2 days off just pre-sale alone. They're going to do 60 pretty easily.
Yeah, they're going to fucking blow 60 out the water. Yeah. And I feel like it's going to end up being 70 to 80 now.
Yeah. Definitely in that range I'm feeling.
Yep. And depending on how they set up the stage and whatever and whatnot, that might be at capacity. So they might sell out. Yeah. Which is selling out Wembley. God damn.
Amazing. And I get why Tony is fighting back on shit like that, because if I'm doing numbers like that for my big show and you're trying to undercut it, this journalist who has curiously never been interested in wrestling, he's never talked about wrestling. He's a boxing journalist, but Nick Khan's his boy. So all of a sudden you start talking about wrestling in this instance? Fishy.
They already beat their own record.
Yep.
Like, this is their top selling pay-per-view, period. Like, they've already beat every other event that they've ever done. So it's like, shut up and let them fucking get their W, man. Stop being a fucking hater. Yeah. Not for nothing, when WWE does big numbers and they actually do big numbers, then I'm like, yo, that's badass. But I also can tell when they're putting on a farce number and it's like, bro, come on now.
Yeah, and it's like, we're at the point now with the ticket sales where this is WWE numbers that this show is going to do. This Rumble show is going to do. This is
going to be bigger than WWE numbers. Like, already.
This is WCW bigger than the WCW Georgia Dome show. Already passed that. That was 41,000.
Yep. It's approaching that what is it? The Korea show, the Japan show. What is it called?
Oh yeah. But even that one, you can't count that show because that was mandatory attendance. People were forced to go to that. So in terms of paying customers, this is up there with, now we're talking WrestleMania, WWE stadium shows.
Yep.
That's the only comparison point you have for these now.
Mm-hmm. And if they blow 70,000, like I'm saying they might, and they go 80,
then you're literally talking only the biggest WrestleMania shows that they've ever done. Like, WWE has done 70, 80 plus a handful of times in their lifespan. And that's the sort of air we're talking with this Wembley show.
This past Mania, they were talking about 70 per night.
Yeah.
So,
which I think they did like 60 something per night.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah.
IRL.
Which
not
even that.
Yeah, not including employees. You feel me?
Not including, all the shit they do. But even that, 60,000 real number, that's fantastic.
That's fantastic. And they're already there.
Yeah, these are pre-sales. These are exclusively pre-sales.
Mm-hmm. Scary.
That's tremendous fucking work for me. They don't have a match announced, by the way, for Wembley. There are no matches announced.
And still.
We don't even know who's going to be there.
Well, Tej, let them know where to find us so we can get out of here.
Indeed, yeah. Already know where to find us. Find us on Instagram at Ramblemania Show and at Banter Club Podcast. Find us on Twitter at Ramblemania. Facebook.com/Ramblemania Show. Also find our group there, Ramblemania Shows, Banter Club, where we any other wrestlers, podcasters, everybody we associate with, plus all our goings on and all that's going down. As far as audio goes, wherever our audio is found, that's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, TuneIn, Overcast, everywhere your podcasts are found. Search Ramblemania Show or Banter Club. As far as visuals, twitch.tv/Ramblemania Show. Spotify video. We're also on YouTube. Search Ramblemania Show or Banter Club. But when you get here, like the videos, click subscribe, click the bell so that when the new content drops, it goes straight to you. As for me personally, find me on Instagram at TJ the Great 1. That's TJ the GR, the number 8, the number 1. Find me on Twitter at TJ the Great. That's TJ the GR, the number 8. It's as simple as that.
TJ the Great. TJ the Great. You can find me on Instagram at the number 6, the letter X, the letter L. That is at 6XL. You can find me on Twitter at SIIXXAI Great. That is at SIIXX. You already. Well then, I think it's time to leave all these BC aliens and Ramblemaniacs with a little something we like to call a too sweet.
Too sweet.
And a good fight.
And a good night.